This indictment is sealed, and is the expectation on the timeline here? Laura Jarrett was just talking about this, and there was some question about this in terms of the sealed indictment in New York just a few months ago. Do we expect that would be unsealed on Tuesday? Would we expect Department of Justice to make a motion to unseal it before then?
Well, in the people I was speaking to tonight about this, the current plan is that it would be unsealed on Tuesday. When Trump makes his first appearance. That's the normal course of things. But I think Laura has a point. It may dawn on some officials in the next 24 hours that in the vacuum created by the fact that this indictment is sealed, maybe some misinformation surfaces or just a lack of information, a lack of clarity, and Donald Trump and his lawyers are filling that vacuum. So it may be in the interest of the Department of Justice to try to move to unseal it. It's not clear to me why they had to seal it. Generally, indictments are sealed when you don't want the target to flee. In some districts, they're always sealed. There may be a practice here, generally, of sealing indictments. But in this case, there's really no mystery here. And probably the public would benefit from knowing sooner rather than later exactly what these charges are.
I'm going to ask you another question, which you may not know the answer to, so I apologize in advance. And if you don't know, you don't know. But, we saw Alvin Bragg come forward at some point, right? It's a somewhat similar process. Trump had indicated he was being indicted, even though he got the timing wrong. Then it was confirmed. Ultimately, Alvin Bragg comes before the cameras to say, look, this is what we're indicting with him with. This is why. Is there an expectation that some kind of presentation, some public presentation will happen from someone of the Department of Justice? I would assume Jack Smith, before or around Tuesday.
It's a great question, Chris. It's one that I've been asking, and here's what my reporting is telling me. Probably not. What folks tell me is that Jack Smith has very little interest in being covered by the media, talking to the media. You saw that footage the other day when we tried to ask him some questions outside his office. He didn't even look at the camera. He is a bulldog prosecutor, has been so his whole career, but just has never really been that interested in talking to the media. I know from behind the scenes reporting that some people at the Justice Department tried to get him to at least sort of make some informal outreach to the beat reporters at DOJ. He was not interested. So I don't expect that he's going to say anything. And I certainly don't expect that Merrick Garland or anybody at the Justice Department will do that the way that, for example, people in the Trump Justice Department talked about some of the Mueller cases. Remember Rod Rosenstein going out and announcing, in some cases, some of those indictments. You're not going to see that at this DOJ because their position is we are hands off. This is Jack Smith's show. He's making all the decisions, and it's up to him what to say publicly about this. But I think he's going to speak, Chris, through his court filings.